round, but why don't we jump into the veto as well, see how this will boil down and what map will actually be played here. Bear in mind, guys, it is the best of one, so it's banned all the way down to the final map.
Fairly expected here. exceL probably going to be banning Cobblestone and Inferno. That's the two favourite maps for Reason.
Yep.
Reason probably going to ban Mirage. Or, oh yeah, they can ban Train as well. I can see that. Obviously, Reason not really having the prominent AWPer. Person who AWPs usually on the CT sides is Thomas. Train being such a strong, prevalent AWP map, not having Thomas there on the wing. Definitely going to be lacking on your CT side Train, so good ban there. There should be probably an Inferno ban. Oh, Cash ban, wow. So when have we seen Reason play Cash? Well, then again, when have we ever seen exceL play Cash? Yeah. So I guess this is okay for both teams. I don't think both teams really like that map, so just exceL taking that one out of the map pool straight away. Reason, are they going to ban Mirage, or are they going to allow that one through? Nuke. Good ban, obviously. Method, they beat Method the Elite Series first week of that. They beat them. It was really one-sided as well. 16-6, I believe it was. 16-5.
Very tight game.
So if you're beating the best team on that map, you might as well just take the one out. And now we're down the last. Oh, wow. exceL ban Mirage.
exceL actually are quite known for their Mirage T-sides.
They've played Mirage every single single game we've casted them play in the last month. They've played Mirage.
Yeah, it's been best of,
if it's in a best of 2, best of 3, best of 1, it's always been Mirage.
And actually played it out. So that's very odd that they've gone for that.
So that means Reason might get Inferno here. Let's see what the next ban is. What on earth is going on?
Hang on.
Wait, hang on. Wait a minute. Sam, that doesn't make sense. These numbers don't add up, Sam. Have we been bamboozled?
I don't know what's going on, because this is Reason.
Overpass.
Okay, here we go. So was that flipped though on the graphic? Because those bans didn't sell right. Unless that was some mad mind games.
I know, that was really weird.
They're just sitting there going, yeah, we've won.
Because the thing is, like, you know, Reason banning Mirage, sound. exceL love that map. Reason banning, exceL banning Inferno. Yeah,
makes
of course.
Sense,
Reason love Inferno.
But flipping it over, I don't know.
That is strange.
Maybe they've just gone wild.
So Overpass, let's have a think. Reason used to like Overpass.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking back to previous seasons of EPS, Premiership. Playoffs, do you remember? It was Overpass where Fish123 absolutely decimated back then Imperial. I mean, it was like, what, 16-4, 16-5, and that was back when they had Reason as well. I remember that one really sticking out in my mind as one of the games I first casted during the Premiership. And that was a very, very big defeat on Overpass. But then again, you know, roster change, you brought in a dominant AWPer, should be able to lock down that A site. And for Reason, Overpass, they did beat Method on Overpass online in the ROG Masters qualifiers, so they're going to be feeling. Oh, actually, they played Endpoint. Was it Endpoint? Who did they play?
No, they played Epsilon. We saw Reason go up against Epsilon, where they got absolutely dominated. That was like a 16-2.
Yeah.
Obviously in favour of Epsilon the first map, and then Reason were able to bring it back on the second map and actually go 1-1 in that series. But the thing is, when you look at it like that, Overpass for both of these teams for me is a little bit of a wild card. Because it seems like even though they love to play it and they don't mind it getting through, it sort of seems like false confidence on either party because they've never had consistent results. It's always been either very one-sided
or upsets,
or just upsets that you don't expect. And we've seen that consistently with both of these teams, where there's no sort of truth to this. It's always just all over the place. You can't really put your finger on it.
Yeah, that is hard. I mean, if you're going to ask me from a prediction right now, God, I don't even know. Maybe we'll touch on the sub bit in a second, but because of the sub, Thomas is out. Probably the best player on that Reason lineup. I will say 16-11 to exceL. Maybe even 16-10. But yeah, obviously on the roster they have Dances and Mace, and they've opted to use Mace as their sub-in for the next 2 weeks. And I like that. The reason being is you're going to be using Mace for everything. Mace is your salaried sub. He's going to be playing in the Elite Series. He's going to be playing in Masters. Dances, he's only sub for EPS. Yeah. Which means you can play the one-off with him, but you're not going to build any official chemistry, official experience as a team, as a 5-man lineup, which you're going to need over the next 2 weeks.
That's the thing. So obviously they will opt to use Mace in the Premiership. So why don't you give me your hard prediction then, obviously. Just
16-11,
16-11, obviously to
for
exceL.
Yeah.
I think that exceL should actually pick this one up because when you look at the map in theory, even though there's been good results from either side, and if you look at the Epsilon win, I think Epsilon have had terrible form. I don't feel like they're a team that are anywhere living up to their hype right now. So I don't feel like that is that impactful. I am going to go for exceL as well. I feel like they should be able to close this down, but I'm thinking 16, sort of 13, 16,
you think
14.
It'll be closer?
I think it's going to be closer purely because we know what Craig can do on this map.
True. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, no. I remember the Method game where he was going absolutely lights out, outrageous frags from him. Do you remember that 2K ad on site? Remember we did the flick through the smoke, of course.
Craig has always been very good at this map, especially you look at sort of your late CT side retakes. so, I don't know, he's just got incredibly good awareness when he's come back in for those retakes.
Yep.
Good crosshair placement, very good, sort of talented, fleshed out player in his own right. It just depends if everyone else on Reason comes into it today, steps up. We see Hoodlum and Karma stepping up today, actually bringing their A game. There's a lot of potential. There's just too many factors, I feel like, going into today with the sub that they shouldn't be able to pull it out of the bag. Yeah,
I mean, think of the AWP as well. Should be Karma Panga AWPing on the A site instead of Thomas. That's maybe quite a big hit. You're shifting around your CT defense on a map like Overpass where the A site is so hard to play versus good teams because it's all about chemistry, right? When you play that A site, you have to play together. You have to hold each other's angles. You have to fall back together, play aggressive together, flash for each other, play crossfires on that site. And it's like Cobblestone. I always compare Cobblestone and Overpass together when you are playing that A site. You have to play together, have the same crossfires. You can't play one for one, right? If one person's holding long, one person's holding towards toilets or banana, or you split up, say you go towards connector and your teammate falls back towards site, you've got one player connector, one player back at toilets or towards long, holding long. It just doesn't work like that. You have to cool the setup, start the round, and from there, play off that.
That's the thing, is we're talking about sort of playing off that more organically as well. With Thomas, he's one of these players we see him roam a lot. If things start to go wrong, it kind of does seem like he can be the curveball they'll throw into the mix.
It's not here.
Try it and go for more of an aggressive style play and work with it like that. But with Karma being on the AWP, you wonder if it will be as much. He's been away from the weapon for some time now, really. He is more sort of that secondary role. He's not donning it anywhere near consistently as he used to be back in the old days. You know, more reminiscent, we were expecting sort of maps like Cash. He was always your main defense towards that B-bomb site. You see him very aggressive kills. But now, in this role, it's not going to be as much, right? We're looking at maybe him just playing that standardized role, holding his site, not as much uniqueness for into the mix.
So, the one time we saw Mace play was the Rogue Masters qualifiers, game number 3, where Cinder had to go to work, obviously. That's one thing we talk about afterwards as well, is the fact that all of these recent players are full-time education or full-time in the workplace. But Mace played versus Endpoint, dropped 30 kills in Inferno. I remember speaking to Imi afterwards. He said that Mace was on fire. He's really impressed by his form and how he was playing and his actual skill as well. Dropping 30 kills in your debut as a sub versus a team like Endpoint, that's obviously fairly outstanding.
That's a good result. And the thing is as well, this wasn't Endpoint having a bad day. This was Endpoint playing incredibly well. That Inferno game, I think Max and Neo was working together as a great duo. We saw everyone actually start to step up and play their roles quite nicely. So that was a good display of that. You know, obviously Jake, their coach, brought them back into a really good mindset, got everyone pumped up. And that was a close game. That was actually a good spectacle to watch. Now, coming into this matchup, though, with that of Reason, it's going to be interesting how Mace performs there. Is that going to be a one-off? Because, I mean, we don't really have too much of a benchmark to base his competitive history off, really, do we? He hasn't played that actively. We've not seen him in lineups. This is more his debut overall.
I've known him for a long time. Well, not long time, probably a year now. Played a lot of facets with Mace, a lot of ESCA pugs with him. He's someone that, you have a few players like this where they play a lot of hours, but they never join a team. I think Mace is around 4.5k to 5,000 hours. That's probably why he has got the skill, but hasn't played in the team. Just doesn't really care for playing in the UK scene, playing in that competitive environment. Just wants to play the game casually, have fun, plays it for pleasure. And obviously, once you get good enough, you do start to turn some heads. I mean, I believe he met Smoon in the ESCA Park. That's how I met him anyway, through the Owen Butterfield. And yeah, very, very well skilled. Grinded, I think, hundreds of pugs in 1 month last month as well. Going to rank G, so he plays that to stay in form. But apart from that, yeah, you've only got one game to go off, and that one game was all lights out, 30 frags.
It is interesting though as well how you do start to see this sort of subculture start to grow inside the UK scene, where we have players like Vanity, stuff like that have just been purely focusing on their
Astro was one of those people
plays.
as well. Remember, Astro came out of MM and ESCA Parks with 5,000 hours. I mean, that was more than I had at the time when I was playing on Endpoint. I remember playing versus him, looking at his hours, thinking, what on earth? I've never heard of this guy's name. But he's got 1,500 more hours played than me. He's played the game for a year longer. It's crazy how many hours you can get nowadays with all these young up-and-comers.
I remember back in Source, 5,000 hours into the games, you weren't even at your surf servers. You were still wandering around, not sure how to actually play.
I remember you talked to me about this. It was like this, what was that thing called? IRA? RIC?
IRC.
IRC, yeah. There you go. Thanks, Sam. Where you would like plug and play. It's like you would search, try to find games.
5-on-5, high skill.
It's like playing 10-mans then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like literally, you just have to search for games. Like back in the day, you know, that's how loads of players came about. Yeah, players just like surf servers. A good friend of mine, Byers, that was how he got into it. He played on the surf team, obviously, with like 10 cents. Yeah, loads of people used to do it. That was how it all came about. Like I think SEO and Mighty Max, they met playing football servers. So we on Source, yeah. So yeah, there was like one massive ball, and you knife the ball around. I spent probably 1,000 hours just playing mini games in Source. It was an entire different culture to what it is today.
Yeah, now it's like
it was wild.
Now that Valve brought in MM, it's like this plug and play. You're straight into competitive matchmaking. You're straight into learning the game at its highest level. And you know, you mentioned there 5,000 hours you're just leaving surf servers. 5,000 hours now, you're on the cusp of knowing if you're good enough to go pro.
Yeah,
that's pretty surreal, right? I always thought in my head, once you get to 5,000 hours, you know if you are talented. Well, you know before that, obviously, around 2,000, but you know that, you know, is this right for me? If you get to 5K hours, 5.5K hours, then you're still maybe salaried a low amount, or you might not even be on a salary team. You got to be thinking, you know, maybe the pro dream might be out of grasp.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was quite famous, obviously, with Rom. Rom was one of the players
9,000 hours played, something crazy.
Yeah,
like
he always had that mentality that, you know, after 10,000 hours, he would sort of have his idea behind him. Rom's obviously a good choice as you sort of hark back on sort of IGLs in the UK scene. We've always had a good history of sort of players that are willing to bring up younger players. Bring them into good teams. We've seen that with Rom. We've seen that with Critical back in the day. Critical in early CSGO was massive for that. Really allowed a lot of players to get into good positions. One of the only ones that actually offered them spots.
Rezu.
Yeah, Rezu as well as shows coming
probably
up to
the best, I think.
Are you for these days for giving players a chance and actually putting them in a good environment? Yeah.
Personally, I think the biggest thing is confidence and knowledge, right? Those two things you need to build up slowly as if you're an inexperienced player, right? How do you get confidence? Well, I'll tell you what, if you're joining a top 2 team in the UK and you're expected to perform like that and say things go well, but you know your cracks start to show, your inexperience shows, you make mistakes and whatnot, you can't build confidence being told you're bad every day, right? And as soon as you lose confidence, well, you lose yourself as a player. You become far worse over time, whereas you're supposed to get better over time, right? If you play with someone like a Rezu or a Rom, like Smooya did, Smooya played a Rezu and Rom. I mean, trying to think of other talents that have come through those names, Dream, Aussie, just a bunch of players. But you know, Rezu's somebody builds you up as a player, right? You go into a team like CX, he's there, you're sick, you're so good, you know, you can do whatever you want, you build confidence, and then you join a better team. Your exceLs, your endpoints, your methods, and from there, it's like, okay, I've got my confidence, I know I'm good, now I can get the knowledge, and then you build both of those up, and that's how I believe you do become more of a complete player. So don't jump the gun too early and join a top team without the confidence.
It's true. There's a lot of different factors you can learn from multiple different older generations of players in the game. You know, people like Ressi, obviously more of that exhilarating player. Yeah, he wants to try and build players up with confidence. We see that with Red Snake as well. More of that laid-back IGL approach where he will try and bring to the best of his ability. He always had that young talent around him. And then when you get to players like Imi, he will teach you the structure, teach you the experience, teach you those roles that you need. He'll try and more give you stuff that will help you later on in the game and really drill that into you and develop you as a player. So it's different how many levels there are, but it seems like we should be underway with the game very shortly. Things should be going down. One thing we didn't actually touch on is the coach of exeL, Ross, someone that has been
Did you meet him at the Elites? Did you meet him?
Yeah, I didn't actually meet him personally, but I've heard a lot about him. Obviously, I've seen him on the stage.
Yeah, of course.
He's been helping out massively, apparently, from what the players have been saying behind the scenes. Obviously, as you keep touching on with that, the series, it's the basics. And this is what Verdanski said to me sort of one-on-one we were at Epic Land. He was like, we've changed a lot because we've forgot so much stuff. But we've been playing for so many years. There's so many little things that you don't think of anymore.
Or it becomes second nature, right? You become autopilot. So, the 9th round has been played, and we are going to be seeing Reason on their CT side. Let's take a look. Who is playing the A side? That could be rather crucial. Karmapanga and Cray. So, no Thomas today. And we have Hoodlum, the IG, and the captain with the smoke diffuse kit, but already so fast aggression here from mid, from the T side. No one really going towards connector, so fairly odd pistol around this time, going towards a long. This is very risky, right? Yeah, the USP at the end of long right now, maybe having a field day, being able to snipe down these Glock-wielding T players. Slowly but surely, they are taking control of A long. They can do it all around the world. Jacob can make some noise here, peek out, fall back as well, and they can run through toilets and go down connector, maybe catch Cinder off guard, but it's looking like they're going to throw that smoke towards the end of long, block off all information right now. The CTs have no idea where the T's are, if they're close towards long, if they're towards toilets, but Cinder here, he has to find 1 or 2 frags. Otherwise, that could be the gap that exeL needs towards one of these sites, and he gets spotted.
Oh, Cinder getting spotted out by Jacob there, so he is a little bit aware of what's going on. Verdanski will push in to try and get that frag to give them the early advantage, but Cinder pops his head clean off. He's also in a primetime position now because Cray's just allowed to slowly tiptoe up. A stealthy kill as he takes down Connor. Another frag comes out of Cinder in the meantime as well. So all of a sudden, the round that looked like it was a lot of potential for exeL, they got themselves deep in, they got a lot of map control, has been swiftly taken away from them. Karma, though, not even a chance to respond here, as Lazar, the man so powerful with the AWP, transferring those skills over to his pistol, showing off his prowess. Cray, he's just toying with them right now, and that's the bomb.
Well, so now Kevlar, USP. He needs to land a first shot here. Try to make this into a 2 versus 1. If he can, try and isolate both those players. Finds the first one. Cray peeks alone. 18 seconds though. If he had 10 more, he could have gone back towards B. Gonna have to face now towards these 2 players on site.
He will peek out, spots out Hoodlum, but is he aware of the location of Makes? It won't even matter. Hoodlum's just going to power through him, takes him down there.
Strong start now from this CT side. Cinder there, big 2 frags. Cray as well, got the backstep there onto Jacob. Obviously dropped the bomb there towards toilets. 20 seconds left. Can't really do too much in that scenario. If he had 30 seconds, could have got that frag onto Frey. Frey, my goodness. Cray, hopefully exceL on their buy rounds are more composed than I am today, but get that frag and maybe go down connector and go towards that B side. Try to get bomb plant down, right? Because already they're forced now onto the Tech-9 buy. Smoke, flashbang onto Lazar, and apart from that, there's no utility on this T side, and already that flash has been used. What can Lazar do with that smoke grenade? Smoke off towards CT stairs maybe, but they're going to have to get towards that site. 3 players here on the CT side. Already strong defense towards A.
Things as well, trying to get that long control for Windansky here. Cray, the man in such a prime time position, is not the one I'd want to be going up against. Very effective at defending this side, but it isn't actually going to work out that way. Windansky punishes him with a Tech-9 of all weapons. They can now explode onto the site when they need to. They have the smoke on Lazar and the flash as well. The smoke's going to bloom, flash over, and then push your way in. They do peek a little bit early though, so 2 of their players are going to get taken down off the back of Hoodlum's Famous, but Windansky's tipped out into the backline. Is Hoodlum aware of this? Slowly peeks round, does get the better of him. The P90 on Cinder as well to just tear through Jake M. And Lazar, once again, the last man left standing. Can't quite get the bomb down, so exceL. Seems like they have the right idea there, but just peaked a little bit early. Yeah,
thing is as well, right? You go for the full force buy. You're playing to win the round. Simply getting 2 frags isn't good enough. I mean, if they were full eco, didn't buy Kevlar, had PT50s, and they got 2 frags, we're saying, you know what, job well done, you can live with that. They did go for the full force. Now the money is so low. Lazar as well went for the buy, which means he's going to have no AWP unless the bomb is planted. And even if it is planted, Jack, he'll have to go for the glass cannon AWP. No armor to him, which will limit how aggressive he can play. Cinder there with the HG spots out 3 players. It's a nice double HG setup there. And a Molotov as well to hold off any push from the T side. Nevertheless, though, they don't want to go through that Molotov. They're just going to line up potentially towards the A site as they do rush through Banana. Trying to see if they can get this bomb down the front entry towards A, but they are spotted out from Karma.
Karma going to go for the early face, just trying to do some damage here. Obviously, only the Tech-9 in his possession, so we can be a little bit more aggressive than the other team members might like to. Just getting the information play, but no real overfaces here.
No utility as well. On the T side, they're going to have to dry face into all of these CTs. Cray, Cinder, found themselves a frag apiece. 5 versus 3. The CT side right now, try and have as many players alive as possible. But as I said, that though, Windansky will take a frag onto Kamapanga. Cray, though, if only in the SMG right now, instead of this USP, the USP would have been, you know, double the cash.
Yeah, it's true, but he's just swiftly making mincemeat out of the opposition. Connor's going to be the only one that can actually do some damage, but Cinder's in the backline, and it's too late. And the thing is, even though exceL have been able to play it slow, it seems like they're just getting sidetracked by Reason every time. So much confidence on Reason, they're coming into the back, and they're just being able to get those frags off every time. exceL seemed confused by this.
I mean, we saw it on the pistol, right? The fact that Cray was pushing towards toilet, Cinder pushing towards the mid, right?
Yeah.
These Reason side, they're not scared of anyone on the exceL eSports territory. So, 1 up now to Kamapanga. Cinder there, the P90, he's always buying that gun. He seems to love it. The extra rate of fire, the extra bullets as well, seems to come to aid for him. Kamapanga spots out the flashbang, but Lazar there has the left side peak, which means he does have the advantage in that trade. As well, Kamapanga close to the angle, his shoulder does stick out. So Lazar there takes advantage of that and finds the first frag. Cinder there towards short, might try to equalize these numbers to a 4 versus 4.
Lazar, not the person you're going to want to give a free AWP to as well. And Connor, he takes down Cinder. Cinder wanted to try and go for the pre-fire face. Just take control of short, get another dent back, give Reason something to work with into the round. But it isn't going to go that way. Now 5 players already on the side of exceL, still alive and kicking. Only 3 left for Reason, and they have the AWP on Lazar. They can play it slow. There's 1 minute and 10 left on the clock, and so much utility for them.
Utility, but no map control. You can see Cray pushing up towards A long. He's going to clear our toilets, clear A long, give the call that they should be towards this B site. Lazar and number 9, that's Windansky towards connector. The bomb as well shifted from B back towards toilets. Cray here, forward position. He hears the flashbang. He hears that flash as well towards long. He might be able to hear the steps as well. He needs to get the drop here onto 2 players minimum if they want a chance to win this with a 2-man disadvantage.
Cray Gonna peek out, spots out Poster, struggling a little bit to actually find the frag, but eventually will put a dent into the tees, takes him down. Connor gonna retaliate as he eliminates Mace. Now that B bomb site is completely open, but the actual commit is heading over towards A. This could be very awkward as Hoodlum does an awful lot of damage, peeks out wide with a Famas and rips his way through the opposition, leaving them in a 2 versus 2, and the bomb is down. Luzza spotted out, he knows he has the AWP and just needs to try and stay alive, but Connor's coming in with the rear, has made an awful lot of noise, elephant feet, as he stamps his way up towards the bomb site, so they're going to be aware of this. Cray peeking out, will spot him, 8 seconds left here. They have to commit to the bomb plant. It's now or never. Connor going to peek around, but there's too many angles to focus on. Cray overpowers him. It's all on Luzza, and Hoodlum will connect the shot with the Tech 9. Even though exceL were able to do the hard work, they can't quite defend the site.
2 versus 4. Connor had that B site, which meant Jacob anticipated no one to be on A. They knew Cray was towards A long. Obviously, he found that frag onto Boaster. But what's important is the fact that Connor thought there was someone towards CT low when there wasn't. And that meant, unfortunately for him, he believed there was no one on the A site. Hoodlum with a big free K there. You can see as well, 8-0. The IGLN captain leading by example here. So, round number 5. Ooh, are we going for a quasi-buy here, Jack? Let's take a look. AK saved by, oh, not saved, sorry, but AK picked up here by Connor. They lost 4 in a row, so obviously there's 1,000 left. He's going to get 3.4k extra. He's going to have 4,400 plus money done by getting kills. So exceL can still buy up into the next one. Sorry to ask again though, Jacob. Can we see the money real quick? Anyone got 3,000 or 2,000? Yeah, so there will be an AWP on the next buy. Just had to clarify that one. So AWP on the next buy. 4 Tech 9s though into this round number 5. Goal right now for exceL, get the bomb down, try and take the all power play, get a few frags, try and dent that CT economy, which has been slowly building as they have won 4 rounds on the trot. Then again though, that last round there, that 2 versus 4 was so close. The money on that CT side is slowly dwindling. exceL here needs to try and do some economical damage and try to build up their own bank as well with the bomb plant. Nevertheless, 3 players once again towards this A site. Good read here as well by Hoodlum. But maybe, oh, that's a really good smoke there towards Bridge. They can do a fake execute. If only one person, is he going to draw the rotations?
It all relies on Windansky to do some damage here, but the thing is he gets punished early. So even though they have started to rotate over a little bit, Karma's got the information. He's hearing all those audio cues, so the fast rotate's coming through, but they won't arrive on the site in time. They have to allow control to the Ts, regroup up, and then try and retake together. Cray will be the first one to peek. Those spots out Luzza, the Tech 9, not focusing at the right angle. Luzza looked a little bit distant there, so he gets punished, leaving just 2 players remaining on the side of exceL. They do have the AWP on JKM and the AK in the hands of Connor, though.
Utility is fairly scarce though, only flashbangs on the CT side, no smoke as well, so they're going to have to face and take down these T players.
They push through, just trying to play together, try and use that confidence, but Jake will find the first frag. Hoodlum goes down, but Mace retaliates, finally does some damage. Jake peeks wide, but he kills the wrong player, taking down Cinder. They're able to just hold on to the bomb and get the defuse. Unfortunate
scenes there for Jacob. Peeks out, it's like deers in the headlight right there. 3.
Yeah.
It's like that, what's that little game you see at fun fairs and stuff like that, where they spin the cups around, you got to guess which cups the ball's in.
I can't remember what it's called, but
do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's
the
like
old ball cup.
Yeah, the old ball cup. You've got to guess which one the bomb's in.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, there you go.
It's actually nothing like that at all.
I don't know. Anyway, 5-0. Yeah, it is, except you can see it a little bit, but anyway. Craig peeks up towards mid. Unfortunately, he did get flash. If he saw no one there and there was no flashbang, he could have given the call that there's no one towards mid, which means they're going to be towards connector or they're going to be towards the aforementioned B bomb site. exceL, they've tried the A site multiple times now on the pistol round. On the first buy round, it hasn't come to fruition just yet. They've lost each and every round towards the A site. Can they change it up now? Can Cinder hold the line towards B shot? Flashbang comes in. They are playing close towards the smoke. I like this play.
Oh, they're going to try and push their way through, but they actually trade on themselves. When Dansky takes down Boaster and then gets the follow-up frag back on towards Cinder, they get themselves into a very awkward spot. I think a tag from Luzza there actually came out as well. Mace doing a fantastic job of just staying alive and being a nuisance. He gets a double kill, but the amount of time he delayed the Ts into this round is huge.
Luzza now 1 versus 4. The money is built up now for the CT side, which means he can't really go for the exit frags here. He's probably going to have to go for the save. Only a flashbang as well. Bomb down towards B short. It's not cheese. Let's see if he can cheese a few frags though.
Let's see what he can actually bring to the table here. Will slowly make his approach out. Just going to bob and weave. Spots out Cray, but can't quite do anything with the AWP just yet. Luzza not looking like himself today. He's not had his Wensleydale.
Hasn't had the Wensleydale indeed. Is that your cheese of choice?
No, it just reminded me of Wallace and Gromit.
Ah, fair enough. No, fair. No, I think Brie is the one to go with. It's just so rich, isn't it? That's
all right.
On diet now.
Sorry, Cheeseoid.
Cheeseoid? What are you on about? Just mentioning a few, you know.
You never seen that sketch, Cheeseoid?
Mate, you do. Mate, I'm the worst. I'm the worst for references, honestly. Rick and Morty goes over my head. What was the other one you showed me at the hotel?
Oh, what, Tim and Eric?
Yeah, Tim and Eric over my head.
You have no idea where you
haven't got.
You were too deep with Tim and Eric.
Oh yeah, of course. Anyway, onto Cray, not Karmapanga this time. They're switching that one around. Tended to get spotted, jump spotting towards Sandbags. Thing is, though, he may have seen the bomb as well. The bomb right now in the hands of Connor. Goes for the flashbang. This is some audacious play right now, trying to get aggressive.
Cinder, a little bit awkward. Will get overwhelmed as the entire army is there.
A little bit overconfident. Obviously, they are 6-0 up. Let's see now. Hoodlum now finds that first frag onto Boaster, making it into a 4 versus 4.
Hoodlum still having a fantastic performance. Takes down Boaster, hungry for more. As he's just going to try and play around the smoke, but he gets tagged down fairly low. But Mace steps it up. That's a huge spray down coming out from Mace. 3 kills on the board for him, just 1 man remaining on Connor. And look how quickly he has to backtrack now. Just going to try and get out of there, reposition. He's still got 50 seconds into the round slots, and he has the bomb in his possession.
Yep. 50 seconds, bomb, but no utility. Could have tried to go for a fake smoke towards B, the one that Jacob was throwing. Try and run up A, try and pray that the CTs would fall for that. Or maybe try and rotate someone over, try for 1 versus 1 on the A site. Difficult scenario here that Connor is left in. 30 seconds now. If he waits out the clock, he should anticipate one of the CTs to rotate over towards A, as he will have time to go back towards A. And you can see Cray's rotated, but Mace here goes for the quad kill. Unfortunately, though, 1 away from Mace having the ace, as we do go to number 7. Reason needing 1 more round to be winning the half already, even if exceL close out the rest of the rounds. Remainder of this first half. Double Deagle now. Oh, triple Deagle now as well for the T side. Ooh. Connor, Wendansky and Boaster trying to get a bit audacious, but confidence here as well. Oh, nearly the 007. Agent Boaster here for service. Let's see if he can land a nice shot here and try and get some digits on the board.
Hopefully so. Does need to try and build some confidence into this round, as even though they have gone for a little bit of a on and off buy, they just need to make something out of it, dent that City side economy, put a little bit of a mark on the map. Karma playing up close to personal. We'll hear Luz up, but he actually gets overpowered. Karma going down, although Cray will go 1 for 1 as he finds a frag with the AWP, leaving them in this 4 versus 4 push. The rifle in the hands of Luzza could be fairly effective. Cray now aware of Jacob's position as well, those nods.
He is indeed, as we go into a 4 versus 4. 2 players, Luzza and Jacob. Really the dynamic duo for the side as well, right? Whenever we cast him, it seems like it's always Luzza and Jacob versus the world in those 2 versus 4s and the 2 versus 3s. Lucky for them though, Jack. They have players around them, Wendansky and Boaster, to come to their aid. 4 versus 4, 1 minute on the clock right now. CT defense is spread 2-2. At some point around that 50-second, 45-second mark, we might see some aggression from the CT side, try and get some information. Try and see if they can pull another rotation onto A or B. Try and have 3 players on the site that the Ts do end up heading towards. Smoke to cover off the cross towards site from stairs and bank. That'll block off all information and all vision from the CT side. Bomb, though, heading towards that B side. The CT defense is split, and so is this terrorist offense.
Boaster finally makes his approach through, has the backup of Jacob as well. Jake, unfortunately, will get completely decimated there as Hoodlum just swings wide with the M4, tears his way through him with an absolute hailstorm of bullets, leaving just Boaster to try and do the damage. Force them to stay on towards this bomb site, but they realise the real play is towards B. Boaster's doing nothing right now, and his teammates have been slaughtered. Clay will take him down as well. Clay?
Clay, ooh.
Clay. It's like the Sandman.
We've been fumbling our words today. That's a rhyme.
Hey.
Hit the D-E-C-K, as you always used to say.
The AK, mate.
The AK.
Cheers!
Cheers, production. Anyway, 8-0 as we head into round number 9. Up there onto Karmapanga. Let's see, 1-6 so far, though. You got Cray that double digits, 10-3. Oh, this is going to be the technical pause, actually.
So, right, let's look at it like this, though. Right now, exceL, they've had all the right ideas, Nods.
Yep.
It's all been there. They're doing the math correctly, you know, 1 + 1 = 2 and all that.
Right.
But it's not quite working out, is it? When it comes to their practical.
How are you supposed to 1 + 1 when they haven't even got any rounds there?
Well, no, I'm just saying, as in, you know, their strategy.
Strats.
Yeah. Not physical rounds. They've not had 2 rounds, Nods.
Yeah. I mean,
what are they doing wrong, mate? What's going on?
Whoa.
They look scared. Look like they've been trapped in a corner.
I don't know. Let's have a think,
like
right?
How? It's just seen a cabbage.
Or deer in headlights. That's the one I like to
Well, no.
for.
Do you remember when it was cucumber, wasn't it? When people were putting cucumbers by their cats, and the cats turn around, they see the cucumber, and they panic and run away. That's what exceL.
Am I the only one who's not getting that, or is that?
That is a thing, right? Cucumber cats.
Well, they're nodding at you. Or they're nodding at me. They're nodding at Jack.
Cucumber Cats is real. Thank you, yes.
Yeah, no, you can have production inside for that one.
That's right.
I've never heard of that
Google
person.
It, mate. Cucumber Cats. You don't believe me about chess boxing? You don't believe me about
yeah,
cucumber
I don't know about
cats?
chess. I haven't heard of chess boxing before.
Next, you'll be saying if you draw a square on the floor, a cat won't stand in it. Which they do.
Okay.
You need to subscribe to Cat Facts, mate. What are you up to?
I don't know. I don't know. All these references go over my head.
How do you not know about cats? It's basic.
I've never owned a cat in my life.
But you get it in the owner manual. That's why.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Anyway, 8 in a row right now for Reason Gaming. 0 rounds on the board so far for exceL. Kamapang here with some aggression towards him, but gets flashed off the angle. Cinder once again with some aggression. Loves holding the angle, but whiffs it somehow, some way. We've got ourselves potentially around here. Loves whiffs that one. Would have been nice to see exceL finally with an advantage. But unfortunately for them, once again, we head to stalemate. And stalemate tends to lend itself towards the CT side Reason. I don't think he's going to be able to see Cinder through the gap in that smoke.
Oh, if he did go for the shot here, though, he would kill him. Ooh, tension.
Ooh, I'm on edge. Edgy.
When it comes down to the crunch, he knows nothing of the crunch, though, unfortunately. Cinder will back off, so they do still have a round potentially to play with. No early frag going the way of Reason into this one, as they slowly make their approach through. Flashbang over, so they can now take map control. But look at the close range stack here from Reason.
Good read here from Reason, and Craig close as well. Gets baited as well by Cinder, but unfortunately for him, he can't get the frag. Oh. 1-for-1 trade, though, as we do have a one-man advantage right now for the T side. 8-0. Can they make it 8-1? Can exceL finally get some rounds on the board? Kamapang here. Oh, makes it 3 versus 3. Doesn't whiff the easy ones. Bomb dropped as well. 35 seconds left. What can exceL really do? They have Windansky towards that B side. But Boaster, lucky for him, will catch some aggression there from Hoodlum on that CT side. Towards A-Long will be Boaster. They're lining up the A-Long smoke. Mace, he needs to win the duel versus Windansky. If he gets his frag here, that could spell the end.
Yeah, Macy's done a great job so far, but he needs to be aware. He was looking for sound. I think he was looking for sound. He heard the flashbang come over, so he was focusing over there, so it's a little bit louder, but then gets taken down because of it. That could be the only reason he wasn't staring in the right direction, I'd imagine. Karma will be able to take down Boaster, though. He's now forced to fall back, but look how low he is. He can't go for this.
Can't indeed. Did get one exit frag, so 2 players staying alive right now for this T side. No reason for them to hunt as well. Their money is so low. Jacob, if you could bring that up for me right now. So yeah, 2,000 across the board. They're going to get 3.5k for the bomb exploding. That means you're going to have 5,000 with Dansky. He can drop over. Let's see, 3.5k, 4k on Laz as well. So Laz can drop over, and yeah, they will be able to buy up into this one. A full buy, but yeah, 3 players dying, which means this should be them prone to being reset. If they lose the following round after this one, if Reason go 9-1, break the bank of exceL, force exceL into another force buy. We've seen so many quasi buys, so many force buys where they haven't really been able to do much.
Yeah.
You've got to be favoring Reason in that one. So yeah, exceL loses 1, Reason make it 9-1. This could be 11-1 scoreline, and a very commanding first half here from Reason playing with their sub.
It's true. This is a fairly good half so far. exceL have just left the bomb in spawn. There we go. Cheers, Windansky. Nice guy. They're all going to try and link back together, though, and play into this round. No fast strategies coming out just yet, but Cray is actually going to go for a little bit of an information play early. We haven't seen too much of this. We did see in the first couple of rounds, Reason would push up close. They were trying to play for that early phase, but then would fall back. Karma actually spicing it up as well. We're not seeing him just go for the connector peak. He's making his way over by Playground even, and going to be scoping in, hoping to find the early frag.
Is Boaster there trying to do the old German jump, as they're calling it on Twitter right now?
Oh, the crouch jump.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, cheeky.
I don't think he's able to get vision. Can we see Boaster real quick, Jacob?
That's Windansky. There he is.
Is he going to go for it again? Is he going to go for it? No, I think he's done.
Surely not, though. Surely you can't see over that. Hang on.
Oh, yeah, you can. He's
naughty boy.
Naughty, naughty.
Boaster's cheating.
Uh-oh. Warhack. Anyway, though, apart from that, luckily for us and the spectators and the viewers, he will get nothing from that.
Yeah. Even
though Kamapang pushed long, luckily for good old Karma, he didn't wide face all the way into Boaster's all-seeing eye.
It's true. Obviously, if anyone doesn't understand how that is, right now you can crouch jump and you can see them, but they can't see you, essentially. The hitbox doesn't show up. So Craig going to go for the Molotov early, see if anyone will push into them, just try and keep them at bays. They are making their presence known towards me, trying to gain that toilet control. The bomb's still left down, though, as well, Snod, so no straight commit yet from exceL.
Yep, fairly slow round here coming from both sides. Once again, there are 3 players towards that A side. The no exceL tend to go towards the A side. Craig off flashbang right now could be huge. Jacob does fall, that's the first frag found, but he sees no one, they know they're going B.
Yep, they're aware of this. It's a full commit towards that B bomb site. Mason Co need to be ready for this. Mason performed massively into the prior rounds and will kick it up with a bang as well. Ripping the head straight off of Connor. 5 seconds to play with. They're just going to try and stay alive. They do not want to die after time, but Lutzer! Oh, Craig kills him too quickly.
Wait. Is someone DC'd?
No
Is Windansky gone? No. Well, then why on earth was the bomb in T-spawn when there was 15 seconds left?
This is what I said. They had left... No,
he picked it up.
He picked up the bomb and then dropped it by T-stairs and left it at T-stairs for the entire round.
And they didn't realise, did they?
I guess they had a
their execute. Yeah. Oh dear. The bomb going to me, to you, but unfortunately not towards the site.
It was a bit of a chuckle brothers around, really.
It was. So, Kamapanga peeks towards mid once again, spots a player with Sipper, gets all the information he needs.
Molotov going to go down, trying to fall back, but look how long these flashes are lasting for. He gets taken down. The end, Connor will actually rip his way through him with the Galil, but Cray responds. Now Cray, he can be very feisty in these high-octane situations. Normally somehow pulls himself out of them, does get away, but Connor will find the frag in the end with the AWP, and they now have the man advantage on that T side, Snots.
They do indeed. It's going to be Windansky on the AWP instead of Luzzer. Sinner, though, from behind will find a frag, but actually somehow, how does he win that draw versus Windansky? Is he lagging?
I don't know, mate.
What's going on?
I don't know what's going on, but Cinder going to find that frag. That's a double kill for him, and the confidence is back in that Reason Gaming core. We saw this before, where they'd go for these pushes behind and somehow pull them out. Cinder displaying some of the old goodness. We like to see Cinder. A hat-trick of kills right now. Playing out of his mind, left himself in a 1 versus 1. Jacob's low as well.
Connor peeks one by himself and puts this into a 1 versus 1 with 50 seconds on the clock. Cinder knows exactly where that bomb is. Jacob's fairly low as well. Cinder, 28 HP. I believe the AK does 27 damage, so it's going to be 2 bullets each, even though Cinder does have that health disadvantage.
Thing is, he has the Molotov and the T flashes as well.
Oh yeah, he can actually prolong this.
Yeah, if he wanted to, Molotov in, a little bit of a blaze. Cinder can start a fire.
He may have heard that. Does he hear the steps? I don't think he has. He hasn't reacted just yet. Jacob, though, he has time to go through, connected towards B, and actually that'll be a very smart play to make right now. So, if he gets the bomb down towards B, has a good situated position towards water, could even push towards CT, clear that, play from heaven, plant for heaven, the round should be as good as done. There's no way Cinder could surely bring this one back.
Jake can finally go for the bomb plant here, on towards the site. Cinder now aware of what's going on as there is no time left to play with, is fully aware that it is that commit towards the B1 site. Flashbang and Molotov, all importantly, a kit as well, Snuts.
Yep, as I mentioned before, pushes towards CT, currently standing at Graffiti. Cinder jumps out, blinds himself, but luckily for him, Jake and they're holding the push. Cinder shot in the back. Actually, whiffs it. There's a chance.
Jake missing that shot is so vital to the round. The Molotov can go out to try and stop Jake on the peak, but it swings wide. It misses. He isn't quite aware of the angle. Now can fully commit to this.
No.
He's just going to hold. He's just going to hold. Cinder might pull this one out of the bags. He just goes for the full commit. Jake can pushes in, but he's too late. And Reason somehow get another round on the board there.
exceL sent back to a reset school, as they've only got 2,000 across the board for themselves. AK kept for Jacob. He could drop over another one. Then again, though, they have 2,700. They can save this one, make it potentially an eco. Yeah, Deagles across the board, so yeah. We're going to be seeing an eco. This should be 11-1 for Reason. Thomas here, away in Cuba. But right now, they're smoking exceL like they're Cubans.
Nice one, mate.
Oh, that... Cheers.
That's a cigar.
Yeah, I know, that was the point. You smoke them, yeah.
At home.
Yeah, of course.
Just breaking it down.
Yeah, it's all good.
Jake, obviously the only one that was able to save a weapon into this round, just the AK in his back pocket. He's the only one with utility as well. Makes sense, of course, being the IGL. Let's see what he will be able to do with this. Karma actually very low, nearly taken down, but Cinder, they're not aware. Cinder with 6 shot as well, takes down both. They're hungry for more, just firing off rounds towards Connor. This gives Karma enough time to take down Jake. Cinder still stays alive for longer than he ever should have, until Luzzer will push in and take him down.
So, 3 versus 4. Once again, we're seeing Reason with the advantage. An uncommon... Oh, sorry, a very common occurrence right now. Windansky has no armor right now, but then again, they are on the save, so this is all fine. They're playing for 11-1 and having a good buy. They want to have 11-4 being the scoreline. That's their goal right now. Try to win that pistol. 11-7 on their CT side. They can definitely pull that one back. Cray, though, almost lines up there with Kamapanga as Windansky finds the first. 2 versus 3, but 2 versus 2, though. As the 2 players towards the A side do fall. Hoodlum, though, fast with the HE. Does it connect? No. Luzzer there, managing to duck behind that one.
Luzzer's so low as well, on 28 HP. Thing is, he does have the Molotov on Hoodlum. Couple of pot shots going out. Mace is close by, so when they want to go for this, when the call is made, they can play together and attempt to retake this. That Molotov could be so critical if they realize both players are towards long as well. One flashbang on Lazza, that's the only utility they have. They flash peek, they peek out wide, and Lazza goes huge with the double kill, shuts them down, and exceL somehow respond very, very good into the round. They also have the stolen AWP on Lazza. That's a massive round there. Dents the economy of Reason, leaves them broken into round 13.
Exactly that. If they can win rounds where they have no Kevlar, they have no pressure on them, they're playing with confidence, you can see they are winning these Angels. Look at these names and these players and these teams on paper. Lazza, Connor, Boaster, Wendansky, Jacob. Surely they've got to be able to win Angels versus Reason. I'm not saying that Reason are far behind, but I'm saying these are evenly matched teams right now in terms of form. But right now in this game, Reason Gaming rolling all over them.
Connor hoping to do some more rolling into this round as he sprints his way through. Single with the first of all those. Wendansky will spike up the round. Karma finally peeks out, picks up the head straight off of Boaster, but Connor can retaliate quite swiftly. Is aware of the location of Cray as well, so won't run the risk of pushing into his crosshairs. So it's a 4 versus 2 now as Wendansky strikes. Connor going to shut down Cray as well, and it's all left on the sub in Mace. Maybe finds a kill onto Wendansky here if he peeks out. Does spot him. It's a headshot going to come through. I mean, what do we see? Maybe there's a little bit of damage to T economy. Best bet right now, salvage a weapon if possible.
Yeah, round 13, not really too much they can do into this one if he saves the AK. Just in case they do lose this round, they can maybe buy up an M4 into the next one. But who knows? 50 seconds on the clock, bomb planted towards A. There's no way in hell he's going to be able to take this round, especially with no kit as well. Has Kevlar, could save the Kevlar and AK. Probably the best bet right now. As we are on round 13, this is going to be 10-3, right? It was 10-1. exceL were an eco.
Yeah.
All they had was a rifle on Jacob. And they've won this second round. They've won the third round now as well. If Mace saves this as well, he can drop over a gun to Hoodlum. Cinder can buy that P9 to a UMP, and they can have a good buy into this one. Try and make it 11-3, and then eventually 12-3. That'd be an extremely good CT half from themselves. And definitely surprising us. I mean, I thought it was going to be 16-10 or 16-11 in favor of exceL. And already, Reason are on to those double digits.
It's true. It's a whole lot better for exceL, though, as it would have been devastating. Say if they got through this in the way it was shaping up, we're looking at sort of, you know, that 11 rounds on the board for Reason. It would have been hard for them to come back if Reason picked up the opening pistol on that following half.
Yeah, because, I mean, if it goes 11-4, you end pistol, as long as you don't lose versus the subsequent force buy rounds, you're looking at 14-4,
yeah.
10-round advantage, 2 rounds away from winning, so yeah. You do not want to be in that scenario, especially as well. Imagine if it's 12-3 and you win pistol. Pretty much GG. Come on, bang over the deal. It's going to be the half by coming out from Reason. Good flashbang there, gets one frag. Can he go for the second? Gets the tag up as well. Boaster's low read falls as well.
Cray going to play with him there as they trade, but unfortunately, the T's do retaliate, leaving them in this good situation. It gets a whole lot worse as well as Reason start to lose more players. But the second Cinder wanted to cross back, but wasn't aware of the location of Wendansky, meaning it's a 1 versus 2. Mace, the super sub, last man standing once again, and a 1 versus 2. It always seems like it's Mace in these scenarios.
He is the B player though, and exceL have been showing a lot of presence towards that A site, that middle position, and the vicinity of the map. So you can't really blame him for baiting or anything like that. He is obviously that B anchor, so he is last to rotate from that unfavored site at the moment. Big round though. If he won this, made it 11-3, put his team in chances of going to 12-3. Obviously, there's a massive difference between 9-6, massive difference between 10-5, and an even bigger difference between 12-3. Each round that Reason gives to exceL could also play a factor mentally as well. Remember that. So, full nades on exceL, of course. Who needs those? But anyway, while 30 seconds left on the clock, they can smoke off bank, they can smoke off the choke points, they can get the bomb down, Jack. This should be nigh impossible for Mace to take this one into round 11.
Mace making an awful lot of noise now as well as he comes up long. We'll need to slow it down a little bit, because they could be aware of his location. The thing is, if they do actually fall back and Lazza tries to play from long, he is in a good angle to actually dispatch him early. Lazza's going to peek, spots him out. He gets the better of him though with the early damage, but these Molotovs slow him down. If he actually gets that off in towards bank, it could have been critical, as Wendansky could have been forced out of position, but he's unaware of that. He doesn't have the hindsight into the round, so he is completely blind right now. He's being kept at bay because of the abundance of utility they are kept into this late round situation. He peeks out, but Lazza just had the superior angle. Even if he got that kill, Wendansky could have traded as well.
So, let's take a look at the frags. Kamapang up 6-10, fairly quiet game for himself. Everyone else though on that Reason side above 10 kills, 11 down to Mace, and Cray there. You know, the second staff this lineup it goes usually you're looking at Thomas, then Cray, then maybe Cinder, and Cray, Cinder probably around the same level. But yeah, Boaster 1 to 13. You can't let that one go silently.
Yeah.
Poor performance so far from the jolly man himself.
Not what you expect. I mean, the only thing you could actually put it on as well is I believe Boaster is ill at the moment, so maybe that could be affecting his fragging power if he's feeling a bit lethargic into these rounds. Mace going to peek out early though, try and do some damage, rattles off a couple of pop shots, will tag Windansky down, but unfortunately it's Connor to get the opener here as he peels Cinder straight back. Mace will retaliate. He has been good form really towards this B-bomb side, but it's Hoodlum to kick it up into the second gear as he comes through. Tears him a new one, leaving them in a 3 versus 3, and the T's look scared.
So, Windansky 9 HP, 2 smokes right now on this T side as we are 1 minute 10 on the clock. Mace as well, clearing all the information. He knows exactly what's going on. No players towards Monster, no players towards Short from the exceL side, which means they're either going back towards A, they're situating themselves towards Connector. As long as the CTs can keep up good info here, they should know exactly where this next hit is coming. It's looking like it may be a repeat towards this B site. Windansky, Lazarus holding for any peaks, holding for any of the CTs to get too aggressive, get greedy for information, and try and exploit that and find an opening that way. But it's a good read here from Reason. Once again, it seems like I'm constantly saying that, but they've stacked the 2 players towards B.
Mace in position here. They're going to clear it. They essentially have to. They're so standard in this procedure, but they don't have the Molotov, just the HE to play with, and Mace can just play with Windansky here. Sorry, with Karma as they try and trade for each other, but he finds the opening headshot. Karma still just holding his ground as well. Windansky's low. Eventually will punish him, but Karma in position on the sideline finds a critical kill, leaving it all on Lazar. He's just going to go for the full-out plant as he wants to get the additional money to play with into the actually last round and a half, so it doesn't even matter what he does here, just trying to pull it out, and Karma shuts him down. You wonder if he'd been better off actually just going for the frags around that, as Karma was close by. He knew their positions, but it's not going to be that way anyway. Closing it down if they can find the bomb.
Yeah, eventually. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, it's going to be 11 to 4 half snots. So Reason,
wow,
really pulling out all the stops.
Definitely not expecting that one.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Absolutely not. 11 to 4.
Yep.
Reason on their CT side, they got to be expecting them to win the half on their CT side. You know, 8 to 7, 9 to 6, but maybe not in such a convincing fashion with 11 rounds.
It's true. Absolutely shocking result there coming out. Very interesting.
Go on, break it down. Why is it interesting?
It's almost as interesting as when I realised that Barry Scott, it's not actually his real name. You know the Sillet Bang commercials? Other brands of cleaner are available.
Of course. Yeah. Bang and it's gone.
His name is not actually Barry Scott. He's an actor. And Barry Scott isn't actually a real human being.
Right.
Mental, isn't it? How crazy is that? I've lived my whole life believing that Barry Scott was actually the Sillet Bang man who was genuinely called Barry Scott. And he was
why would you not?
He was just a salesman.
Why would you be an actor in an advert? Why not just build your personal brand? Then again, you can say the same for us.
No, because that's the whole idea, mate. It's because Barry Scott's quite a clean in name. So,
so
you know,
wait. So that's a fake personality as well, probably. What's he really like?
Yeah, what is the real... What is Barry Scott? Who is Barry Scott? Who is the real Barry Scott?
What's he really like?
Tweet us, hashtag ESL Prem, and let us know what you think about Barry Scott and Sillet Bang. Because Bang and exceL is gone.
Ooh. Well, that's if the Reason win the pistol, of course.
It's true. But actually, a very interesting result as they work their way through. That is obviously 11 rounds on the board.
Yep.
Devastating stuff. If they do pick up the pistol, as you said.
Should be 14-4 as long as you win versus the Force by and the Eco, of course.
And that's going to be scary.
Terrifying, mate.
Almost as terrifying as Sillet Bang is to the 99.9% germs.
Terrifying indeed. What about the 1% that lives?
Well, it's not actually. So the 0.1%, the reason why they don't die is actually because they're hidden in the little cracks and the Sillet Bang can't quite get to them.
So why don't they stay on the commercials then? I guess it is like the small print. Yeah, it's like the small print, isn't it?
What if Barry Scott went, "Hi, I'm Barry Scott. We kill all % of germs apart from the 1% that's quite small and hides away."
But what if...
It's not as quick, is it? It's not as good.
What if my table or my desk has more cracks than like another desk? Is that still 99 point?
But I don't know, mate. I've not tested it.
Yeah, no.
So
consistency, you know, is key when you're doing marketing and advertisement.
Yeah,
of course. 11 to 4. Let's see. If you are an exceL fan on that CT side, you want them to win the pistol, get to 11 to 7. Don't allow the T's to get the bomb down, so you get that extra round versus the Force buy, and then the Eco, 11-7. Win the first buy round, get to like that 11-9, 11-10 scoreline, and we may have a game on our hands. But there's a lot of what ifs, a lot of what, you know, but what, or whatever. What is the saying?
But what?
What's the saying? What ifs and... Ooh, who knows?
Ifs and buts.
Ifs and buts, there you go. Ifs and buts, right?
There's lots of but ifs.
But ifs.
I can't hold all these buts.
But if they win the first buy round.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, if they do, then we could have a game on our hands. But if not, should be an early one, an easy one.
Yeah, Reason looking like they want to try and obviously come back into full effect here on the next half. You've blocked out a lot of Reason there with your head, mate. You've got quite a big head.
You've
taken a chunk out.
You've got quite a big ego, mate.
You've taken a chunk out of that logo.
Joking. Have I?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Blanks.
Blanks, of course, the man that owns the organisation that didn't realise there was a joystick inside of the R.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he never realised there was a joystick inside the R. He just thought that was how it looked. See, if you look very carefully.
Yeah, I can see the joystick myself. Wow.
Hey.
Next.
Oh, hey,
there it was. Thanks, Sam. There you go. Looking crisp as always.
See, my whiffs just look like I've just got something wrong with me. I just panicked.
Yeah.
But anyway, back into the game. Let's see how it's going to go. Is exceL going to be able to bring this back and do some damage, or will Reason keep it going?
So, Boaster, obviously having a very, very quiet first half. Was looking like it's about to be tested, but instead of going towards a long, just as exceL did on their T-pistol, Reason heading back towards his B side. It's going to be a 3-2 setup for the CT side, and they're playing retake towards his B side. They have a smoking kill on Jacob, but if the T's can get in towards lower and push in towards water, you've got to be favouring them in this scenario.
It's going to be interesting. The bomb has gone down, but they do find the first frag over on the side of exceL, and they get themselves back into these after-plant positions as well. But the CTs are close by. They are quick to respond. The smoke goes out. This is going to block off their late retake from short. And Jacob is on the scene with a kit. Boaster coming in from the rear as well. Speedy stuff as he tries to arrive. Connor will get the first frag. Connor, the second frag as well, taking down Karma. This is huge for the side of exceL right now. Lazar will dispatch Mace, and that is going to be exceL picking up the first pistol round swiftly.
5-11 now, as exceL do take the pistol. They did allow the bomb to go down, so Reason should save into this one.
Yes.
Exactly. So, are they going to go for the any utility? Are they going to buy smokes, try to do an execute, try to get the bomb down, or are they just going to simply buy PT-50s, throw this round away, and then yeah. exceL are going to be on 11-6, and then we really do have a game on our hands, potentially, as long as exceL do win that first buy round. Nevertheless, though, it will be the 2 SMG setup of the CT side. Lazar there, the MP9. He knows the bomb went down. He knows that this is the cheapest SMG, sorry. Get 1 kill, get 2 kills, bring out the AWP into the next round, and try and lock down that A site. And as well, of course, the question is, do you carry forward these SMGs into the buy round?
Oh, Lazar's going to kick it off with an absolute bloodbath, though, as he tears his way through everyone in the toilets right now. He wants to get through that queue as quickly as possible, so he just slaughters them snots, and they're all dead. That's a hat-trick of kills and a lot of money.
It's a bit brutal just to take a piss, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a bit excessive, really, from Lazar there.
Yeah. Do you know what is excessive? 30p. 30p to go to the toilet in King's Cross.
Nightmare.
Yeah. What other barriers have you gone through to go to the loo?
I don't know, that shocked me.
Yeah.
30p.
Yeah, I know. It shocked me as well. Do you know what's even worse as well?
What, mate?
They have a machine there which brings coins from notes and stuff like that.
Doesn't accept the new pound coin, though.
Yeah.
Livid.
So, 5 AKs right now for a reason. Obviously, didn't have a double eco. Didn't build up enough bank to bring out the AWP. Boaster with the forward position here. As it does fall from Cray, the AWP shot whiffed. And Boaster's left alone here. If he doesn't pull the trigger fast, you get be caught off guard by Cinder, which he is. And you put yourself into a scenario like that, you fluff it, and there you go. 2-man advantage right now for a reason. 1 minute 10 on the clock as well. Bomb towards T-spawn, so hopefully we don't see some misplays and mistakes that we saw from Wendatsky and co. with the bomb. Nevertheless, as if the bomb even needs to go down, Jack, because, yeah. 2 versus 5, 3 men already fallen from the CT side of only 1 minute on the clock.
Yeah, this has been very awkward 1 versus 1 fights here, where they've just been getting the advantage of being able to take these frags so easily. As you can see, everyone just backing off, going to make the smart play, group attack towards the B bomb site, split push together.
Jacob as well, playing that retake towards B with an SMG. You're playing the far range angle with a UMP. 8 bullets to kill someone at that medium to long range, so chance of them winning this round, if Reason do end up going towards B, is very unlikely.
Is indeed. Flash Peak going to come over, though, as they flood their way in towards the bomb site. Want to try and secure this and lock it down. Smokes and flashes play over as well. An awful lot of utility. Wendatsky firing over from the back line. Will find 1 kill, but that is as good as it's going to get. Jacob realizing as well it's not worth the risk. Keep your utility in hind. Keep your kit as well and back off.
So, CT aggression. You're meant to typically go for CT aggression when you have money to back it up.
Yeah.
When you have money in the bank, you can take risks. Problem is right now for exceL, Can we see the scoreboard, please, real quick, Jacob? Yeah, look at this, right? They can go for a fairly shoddy. Cray just killed Cinder.
Any reason?
Bit banter, maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, they can bypass the next one, sure, but they don't really have enough money to warrant some CT aggression. You go for the aggression, you die, it doesn't pay off. You take a risk unnecessarily, and it leaves you in such a bad scenario where you are very prone to the reset. And you can see as well, thankfully, Jacob will be able to save his M4, but someone's going to be on a UMP. It might be Luzza, it might be Connor, but someone's going to be on the UMP, which means... Actually, I think they got FAMAS instead. What are you looking at? What are you pointing at?
Well, I was thinking, because Cinder's got to rebuy everything here.
Yeah,
he
can't
drop him utility. He's not, yeah, he can't get anything.
Maybe like no-scoped or something. Maybe we see it in the replay afterwards, but...
I don't know.
Nevertheless, that UMP is onto Connor, and a FAMAS as well onto Wendansky. Versus the light utility and the light firepower, they're going to go for the B-rush. Connor here with the SMG, he has to find multiple frags here to hold the site.
Let's see what they can do playing around the smoke zones. They want to just try and bend here and not fully break against this onslaught that's coming in. They've blocked off all the lines of sights for the CTs, but they finally get confidence to push through them. Mason Hoodlum doing a good bit of defense, though. Cinder will fall, but he only had a Tech 9, so it was not the end of days for a reason. They've done a good job of actually securing the site early.
Right now, the T's have to get situated towards water. They have to get forward positions right now before they get picked off one by one. Lazarov gets himself the second frag as well. 1 versus 3 now. As Boaster comes from behind. Mace now, can he deliver?
Mace, can he spray his opposition? Not going to happen. Gets taken down as Boaster will rip his way through him, and that is going to be the defuse.
When you take that B site, on your T side, you need to have control of water. You have control of water. You're there towards pit. You have a headshot angle towards lower.
Yep.
You can hold towards heaven. If you're the AWPer there, Luz in that scenario, when you're wide facing towards that B site, you've got to be careful of water directly underneath you. The cubby, site, pillar, short, so many more angles when the T's are pushed in close towards you. So yeah, obviously going towards that B site, having control of the bomb site itself is critical.
It is. It is. Insane stuff coming out right now. Reason as well, left into a bit of a sticky situation. Yep. They just don't have the economy to fund this round as well when you look at it.
After Cray team killing Cinder as well.
I'm not too sure what
an extra
was.
AK on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to go for the force buy. exceL winning this round after being reset means the money is still low as well. The buy does come in. You've got 2,000 on Boaster. Apart from that, everyone's under that $1,000 mark, which means they lose the round, they're going to get 1.4K. They won't have enough to fall by Jack. Reason win this, they reset the money of exceL. That should be the game nearly done, because then Reason get to 13. Eco round versus, should be at 14, 14-7, doubling the score of exceL. You have to be favoring them on that T side.
It's true. Obviously, this is going to favour Luzza as well. That CT side AWP in plays a little bit more into his standpoints. Yeah.
It's fairly easy. I mean, when you do AWP on that CT side towards the A site, it's about frag, fullback, fullback, and eventually getting that mid-round aggression as well. Obviously, if you push towards banana, you can hold that whole line of banana. Everyone coming out of connector. You're close towards stairs. You can peek towards party. That is risky, of course. But yeah, good teams on the T side will smoke toilets and Molotov off towards the banana steps and try and hold back and not allow the AWPer any opportunity to try and find the early kill. Cinder, though, fast towards B. We'll just go jump up on that pipe. And just listening now, trying to see if you can hear any information, any cues as to where that CT setup is. If you hear someone close towards him, you can make that call. If we group up towards B, we can flash and we can try and kill this player close towards me. Instead, though, passive setup on that CT site on B, which means you shouldn't really be able to hit anything. AWP onto Luzza. 4 M4 surrounding him. No FAMAS this time, no SMG. It's just pure firepower and strong utility as well on that CT side. The same, though, can't be said for a reason. Karma Pang up, Deagle, Kevlar helmet, no utility. Mainly through this, the AK had Kevlar as well. And then the Galil on Cinder, so a very weak buy here from Reason in comparison to what exceL have to offer.
Cinder here just ascending off into space as his people require him. Back into the round now, let's see what will come out of this one. A couple of pot shots going out as they need to do a little bit of damage, hoping to just make their presence known, plant the seeds out in the mind of exceL. But exceL have just been playing it very, very close to their chest right now. No reason to go for those early contact faces, but the first point of contact, of course, is going to be Boaster with that AK-47 by toilets. He's getting the information. They are going to be pushing up towards him, but will he get the better of them here? Surely should be aware of this right now. The flashbang's going to go over. This isn't actually going to help him, though, but he can get behind.
They hear everything. That's the problem right now. They know exactly where Boaster is. That's a big frag as well, but Karma Panga finds the second. And the A site is given up for free as he finds himself the third, the hat-trick there with the Desert Eagle. 2 M4s are left. When Dansky and Jacob are thinking, what on earth has just happened towards that A site? How was he able to do it?
Karma around out of nowhere from the man. huge hat-trick, not what you expect, but really ramps it up, does damage when he needs to, and that's completely changed the flow of the game here as well. Reason now 13 rounds on the board, an abundance of cash play of exceL have been completely reset, Snods. That was the individual performance we needed to see come out of one of these players.
It was indeed. So, 3 rounds remaining for Reason to take this one for the second match of the night. One following this one would be, is that the Method game or is that the Endpoint game?
Yeah, Method is going to be the third game of the night.
Yeah, so that was Method versus Descend. But nevertheless, though, let's see if that match comes to us very shortly. Once you look at the buys, though, that does lean towards that being the answer, as it is the full eco, just 2 deagles and a flashbang there onto Boaster. 7 rounds is all that exceL have, and they should be conceding this one as well, allowing Reason to get to 14. 14-7, doubling the scoreline. But a lot of ifs here. We saw Karmapanga go huge with that Desert Eagle. Can Boaster do the same? I don't think he can, and does get sprayed down. How many kills is he on now, Jacob? 5-17. I mean, Karmapanga, though, did obviously have to reset from the server, so his score isn't really too appealing. And somehow, when Dansky loses that trade, can Lazar get the refrag? And no, he can't. The aim punch as well. Cinder's on form today.
Absolutely wild. Cinder on 1 HP, just doming everyone around him, and it's just left on Jake here. They have complete control of the rounds. They're going to be able to get that bomb plant down. This is round 14 guaranteed at this point. And no casualties as well, which is the big factor. Sure, Cinder took a bit of damage to his armor, but no one's going to fall. And this is massive for them right now.
It is indeed. Reason 1 buy round away from match point. And the buy as well, they're going to have no AWP. No AWP for Lazar. That's a weaker defense towards A. We've already seen Reason favoring the A site. All Jake can really do here. You can't even try, you can't even salvage a gun. No one's died.
Yeah.
You can't really play for X's because what's the point? The money is so strong. It's about rounds at this point. Yes, you can dent their economy a little bit, but they're about to get to 14. You know, if this was 1-3 or 2-1 or whatever, then yeah, you can be playing for those exits. Try and whittle down that economy. Instead, you need rounds on the board for your side. JK won't even have to buy himself. I mean, the question is, do you eco this? He's bought Kevlar. Did they eco this, play for match point, try to win 8 on the trot? No. It's looking like they are going to buy up into this one. Round. Let's see what's going to be bought up into this round. 3 Famases. They want the utility, they want the Molotovs. Okay, let's see what they're going to do with it, though. Do they have anything set in stone? Any strats? Anything they're going to try and deliver? This is going to be the B-shot crunch. No, it's going to be the B-shot boost from Connector. Who's that? I believe that's Hoodlum. It is indeed. So, Lazar falls down. They do have that team flash coming in. They're trying to take control of B-shot and finally some aggression here. Warranted from exceL.
Boaster gets the opening frag, though, takes down Cray. That's a huge opening frag into the round. Could give them just what they need to work with. The bomb is down as well. Hoodlum now tagged down to 2 HP. So he's going to be stuck there. This isn't a great start for Reason, but looking good for exceL. Connor, a little bit of confidence as well, was trying to go for the information play.
It was indeed. Hoodlum is low HP onto 2. 1-man advantage, but nearly a 2-man advantage. Hoodlum is so low and should go down here.
Yeah, Boaster going to take the fight through. It doesn't take that many bullets to actually put him into an early grave because he was just so low. Cinder fires back as he eliminates Lazar, leaving them in a 3 versus 4 scenario now. They have recovered the bomb. Boaster, maybe if he would have fallen, it would have been potential. Karma will take his head clean off, though, as it is now just 2 players trying to push him, but he's not going to clear the angles. Just charges into the unknown and gets punished because of this, and it falls to Mace, the sub himself. Can he pull something crazy out of the round? Suplex the opposition? No.
8-14 now. Buy coming up from the T side. 6,000, 8,000 of Karmapanga. They can drop over guns if need be. They can buy ops as well. Karmapanga going to be wielding that gun. So, T side now. Look at that money. 900, 600, 100 there onto Jacob. Once again, Jack, they're prone to the reset. We've seen the reset happen twice now on their CT side. Reason constantly breaking the bank of exceL. Getting themselves those almost 3 rounds versus the ecos. Just really been allowing them, to get into the lead.
Holding that crossfire setup here, seeing if anyone is going to push towards them early. They do peek out for a little bit of information as they know Cray is close by, just trying to keep him at bay. Don't want to give Cray anything to play into the round. He gets the opening frag. They do trade back, but this still favours the T's now. But the only thing is, the bomb is down. They're trying to play for the late round, so Karma would need to rotate off.
So, 4 versus 4. Bomb there. Above Connector. Going to be picked right up. 1 minute on the clock as well. The T's have time to play with Cinder, though. Flash and actually almost sprays down Lazar. Lazar will get the better of him there. 4 versus 3. Information gathered as well. He spots no one towards A long, no one towards mid. He might think that Cinder's a bait here.
Yeah.
And we're going to see Connor there. Where is Connor? Is he towards truck or is he towards heaven? Okay, he is towards truck. So 2G setup. Even if the T's go to one of these sites, they will have the one-man advantage on the bomb site. Interesting to see how this one will play out. 40 seconds on the clock. What can the T's really do? Do they have utility? Yes. They have 3 smoke grenades. They can execute towards B. Smoke heaven, smoke bridge, smoke central site. Try and get the bomb down. Try and get the frag there onto the player towards monster. And try and win the retake.
Utility going to go out now as they push their way for him. Seems like Hoodlum is going to be the one leading the charge as he sprints out. Is he going to peek too early? He actually peeks through. They need to find Lendansky's location though, as he's able to pull that one out. Shuts down the one man that could have been the difference maker, eliminating Hoodlum here. Jacob going to retaliate back, takes out Karma, so it's all on Mace. Can he do something huge? We'll find one frag, but he gets burnt to a crisp and punished by Luzzer as well. So Reason, they just can't quite grab that match point. They can't secure it yet.
Only a 6-round deficit now for exceL. Should be the quality buy here for a reason. Tech 9 armor, light utility as well. Try to get the bomb down. And yeah, it will just be that. We'll have money as well for an AWP into the next round. Haven't really been seeing too much presence from a T AWP so far into this map, Jack. Been fairly quiet in that regard. Boaster flashes mid for Luzzer. Luzzer goes for a peek. Doesn't quite see anything just yet. And actually, Kamapanga does flash him off the angle, so he will retreat back towards toilets. Connector wisely given up by the CT side. Don't want to get too aggressive and too close quarters versus those pistols. And Luzzer here holding a very default angle here towards Banana. Does whiff the shot, gets the tag up. But it will be Boaster that lands a frag there towards mid.
Nicely done, taking them down early. They're not giving any chances to Reason to this round, as even on these pistols, they still can be an absolute nuisance. When Dansky's low, as they make their play towards the B bomb site, but this relies quite heavily on Connor here. He should be the one doing the majority of the damage. Will peek out, finds a headshot over towards Mace. There's a follow-up as well, taking down Hoodlum, and that is going to be a clean sweep, you'd imagine. Actually, Cray fires back with a deagle, but the name comes in from Boaster, blows him out the server, and exceL 4 rounds away from equalising now and being 14-14 to this matchup.
Getting a little bit scary now as well for a reason. Only 4 rounds separating these two teams. It was 7 previously. Let's take a look now. Cray in the charge there, 22 frags for himself. Boast has been stepping up as well, 10 frags from now. 10 to 19, he has found double digits finally. That's the thing, right? In your first half, if you have a few players that are just a bit flat, and when it comes to the second half, you have all your players firing on all cylinders, suddenly your firepower does increase by a good 20%. I might be catching Reason off guard currently. 5 versus 5. 1 minute 30 on the clock. 5 AKs for the T side. No one buying the AWP. I haven't really been seeing it being too effective so far. And yeah, you can see the money on Reason there. They full bought onto this one. If exceL take this round, make it 11. Get another quality buy out of Reason. Get to 12. They need to win this buy round, the next full buy round if they want a chance of clawing themselves back into this one. Some weird mid control coming out right now from that T side. Molotov comes in towards the Carby outside connector. Smoke as well towards Banana, but that'd be a good boost there from Jacob. I actually think Luzzer should be able to find the frag here, and he does just that. 1-man advantage already with 1 minute left on that clock. Round about to finally get started. As you see the T's there towards mid, towards toilets. Cinder there from the rear was lurking, but he's drawing the team now towards A. Let's see, Boaster spots out a few players. Needs to find the frag, he gets that sprayed up.
Boaster claiming one, but he's hungry for more as he knows they're pushing in. Could be caught with his pants down here as he throws the flashbang out, but luckily enough, he's able to stay alive for the meantime. Plays around the smoke as well. This could be such a huge round from Boaster. He plays it right, peeks out. Jacob will find the first. Boaster continues the damage as well, taking out Mace, and it all falls to Cray in a 1 versus 4. Paranoid about Boaster as well. Luzzer has the uncovered, sees the shadow, and will pull the trigger to take him down. exceL keep on trucking through. Reason going to be frustrated now. No economy to play into this round. It seems like the pause coming out could very well be their attack pause, you'd imagine.
You would indeed. Reason fairly flat on their old T side. They did have 11 rounds on their CT side. It was 11 to 4. So on the second half, what's that? 7 to 3. 7 to 3 in terms of rounds of the second half. So yeah, exceL, they've been delivering right now on their CT side. Reason, what can they really do? Luzzer's opening towards A. I mean, they've tried to get the B bomb site multiple times. They haven't really had a set execute towards the A site yet. They've been trying to take control of toilets, but Boaster, he's been playing close towards Banana. Luz as well, AWPing there towards Banana as well and towards toilets. Connor playing towards A as well. They're playing that 3-man setup towards that A site, and Yeah, I mean, what can you really do? You can try to take control of A, smoke off toilets, Molotov towards banana, flush in, try and get control of toilets, get control of A long, smoke the end of A long.
Yeah.
Give the CTs no vision, no information, and try and fake something onto the A site where there's 3 players. Have you know, have your Cinder, your Hoodlum lurking out towards B. Try and get a fake towards A, come back through connector, and try and hit that B bomb site 5 versus 2. That's probably the best way I'd see looking at this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously they're in a tough position now because they did the hard part, did the majority of the work early. It looked like they started to shake themselves up for victory as well when they got into the situation after resetting exceL on that first rifle round. That seemed like they've done the hard part.
It was over, yeah.
That's where they're going to lock it down. But then all of a sudden they started to let it slip. They've now dented their economy beyond repair as well, so they've got to try and let this one go. And that's going to be the tensions rising as well, because for a reason, they feel like they're letting exceL get very close. So this is where we do have those teams that, even though you still have a bit of buffer to play with, they start making more rash decisions.
Exactly.
We're going to see them overcompensating a lot more because
it's not just that. It's not just that, but it's also the fact that they're frustrated. They want to end it. They want to end it themselves. Like you might see one of them buy an AWP, get aggressive, try and find the first kill. But they want to try, maybe take control or matters into their own hands. Once again, it's going to be the 3-man setup towards A. Actually, no, I think Jacob is heading towards Heaven, towards B, so he's going to be playing fast rotate towards either side. As we do see a buy, oh sorry, the quasi-buy coming out from Reason Gaming. Tech9s, 2 smokes, flashbangs as well. Boaster and Co heading back. And yeah, Jacob, he's left Heaven, he's gone back towards A. They must have heard the footsteps there towards those T players from Playground. And we do have a 3-man CT set up towards his A side. Good read here from Jacob, but they do have Boaster close up. If they smoke off towards long, that could isolate Boaster alone though.
Boaster holding the angle. They have the smokes and the 1 flash on Hoodlum. It just depends how they actually play this. Smoke's going to swing right by. Cinder just trying to go for the jump because Cinder actually might have the information there. He's going for the little jump bug. Sakama will take him down, rips his way through as they tear his way out of Boaster. Molotov will come in to try and stop their push on towards the side. Jacob, if he just lets loose with his rifle, could be massive, but Mace dispatches him, even though Luz has done the majority of the damage here. Windansky arrives on the scene as well. They flooded their way through into the backline. Windansky tries to rotate over, but Mace, with the M4 in his hand, will rip his way through the opposition. Cray spotting out Windansky as well, just trying to scare him a little bit right now as they roam around. The bomb is down. Connor's in the rear. All depends on timing. Peeks out. Punishes Cray, falls on towards Mason, a 1 versus 2. 2 frags already to this man's name in the round. Knows Connor's behind. Paranoia coming through. Oh, gets tagged early as well, so he can't quite react to this just yet. Windansky is just holding his ground, but look how scared Mace is at this point. Roaming around, trying to clear those angles.
Windansky rotating through, connector back towards Connor. They're going to double up here. Good play, smart play. Even if Mace found that kill on towards Connor, there's no way I would have expected Windansky to run all the way back around towards connector, back up banana, and towards toilets on the flank. 2 rounds now separating these 2 teams. exceL at 12, Reason at 14. All they need is that 1 buy round. They need that 1 round, get to match point, and that'll fill them with confidence, and that should be the final nail on the coffin for themselves to take this 2nd map of the night. Crane now with the AWP. Going for the B play. Going for the B pick, sorry. But Connor won't budge. Not going to be facing to that one. Cray just wasting his time. Losing efficiency with that AWP. Smoke comes in as well. Hoodlum towards the A side. Does find one last the whiff. Won't be able to get the reply frag. Which means, finally though, we see an advantage here for Reason. It's been a while. It's been a fair few rounds since exceL ever let something slip. But it's going to be Boaster. They're playing towards the bicycle. That does fall. Connor the re-aggression as well. Trying to equalize the numbers. Trying to get information as well. He will fall. 5 versus 3.
Jake here playing towards long. It just depends what he can bring into the mix. Maybe if he shuts down Hoodlum, gives him something else to play with. We'll find their headshot. Hoodlum does have backup in the form of Mace, but Mace couldn't really trade efficiently. He's going to peek through now and actually does find that trade frag, leaving them with a huge advantage into the round. They have the manpower to play with and great positional location as well. They can get that bomb planted. You can see Windansky and try and play from short. Peek through. Potentially try and find something, but Cray just has it covered. All we had to do was hold the angle. Even though Liza's coming in, this retake, a 1 versus 4 with the AWP, never going to happen. Seems like he doesn't have faith in himself as well to try and run any risks. Will back off. And now they have to try and play for OT as well, Snods. This is going to be match point taken by Reason.
It is.
exceL forced to play for overtime.
What's the money like, Jacob, as well? What's the money like on the T side? So, yeah. Low money, they will get 3.5k, but if Luzza played for Exes here, try and take a few guns out of their hands, but they won 5 rounds in a row. And they've only got about 3,000, 1,800, yeah. 3,000, 1,050, 950, so Laza, he needs to save. He needs to drop over an M4 or a UMP or a FAMAS towards Boaster. The remaining 3 players should be able to buy. So we should have a good buy here from exceL, as obviously they can't eco this one. As Reason are now at match point. AWP again onto Crate. Two good solid frags there found by him. One onto Connor, trying to get really aggressive, trying to find some information, try and clear out B and try and force a stack on towards the A side, or just try and equalize the numbers, put it into a 4 versus 4. Sometimes you have to take risks to get yourself back from a disadvantage. Laz here with a good mid-spawn, peeks towards mid. Is he flashed? No, he spots out the player. Bomb wasn't spotted just yet as well, so maybe seeing an over-rotation from that CT side instead. Fairly standard default. The fact he shows up towards mid as well means that they know he's not towards A long. They might take advantage of that. Creep up A long, smoke the end of A long. They can even execute towards A, and this is the fake I was talking about, Jack. Take control of toilets, take control of A long, leave 2 players out of side B, and fake the A site, cause an over-rotation from exceL, and exploit Reason on that B-bomb site. There's the smoke to counter it as well. This is shaping up to be a very good round for Reason.
Should be a fairly effective one, just depends how they actually play it right now. Obviously that slow approach coming through. Also, I think Lazar and Co to back off. They wanted to go for the early information play. Boaster actually could meet his demise here as well, as Hoodlum playing around it. He's completely aware of his location, knows exactly what he's doing. Even if he was able to pull a frag out, Mace can trade for them efficiently as well. They're just playing around the smoke right now. Hoodlum actually going to push through. Brushes past Boaster. Boaster's completely in the back line. It seems like there might have been a little bit of confusion about this. They know Boaster was there, but now they're not quite sure. But they tiptoe their way up to the site. Boaster would have cleared that it's clear. So now Hoodlum can just do what he likes. Finds the headshot over on towards Lazar. Jake has to respond as well. He does spot them out. Jake going to try and take the fight towards Mace. Will punish him. But Hoodlum's in the back line.
Hoodlum now towards CT spawn. Boaster's all rotating through connector. He's all down to the South African himself. Still there's some massive frag to find. That's going to open up this A site as well. Windansky, he needs to kill Jacob. Sorry, he needs to kill Hoodlum. Take control of back, turn this into the 3 versus 3. If exceL can't stop Reason taking this one.
Oh, Hoodlum, another headshot comes out from the mountain. It's all on Connor. And you imagine this is going to be good night. This should be Reason Gaming shutting it down with a 16-12 scoreline. As Connor coming in, Hoodlum had the angle covered, and that is a massive round from Hoodlum. A hat-trick of kills, but such smart play. He knew that Boaster would have called it would have been clear, so he just walks into the site all willy-nilly, finds the kill so easily, and just continues to run amok, doing whatever he likes.
Still, they're fairly close, 16-12. After a very one-sided first half there from Reason, 11-4 scoreline. And then, what was it? 14-7 somehow, though. Yeah. exceL slowly clawing that one back. Once Boaster got a bit more warmed up, found his footing in the map, they were obviously showing a lot more firepower and winning those duels which were needed.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once they started